You're back.
Sounds like a warning to Gordon Brown, as he promised a redistribution of power that will be massive, sweeping and radical. People hate the way Parliament operates, he said. So do I.
How has the mother of all parliaments turned itself into such a pliant child? If we're serious about redistributing power from the powerful to the powerless, it's time to strengthen Parliament so it can properly hold the government to account on behalf of voters.
David Cameron talked about shifting power towards communities and local government. He says he'll seriously consider a fixed-term parliament, taking away the Prime Minister's power to control the timing of general elections, reduce the number of MPs by 10% to save money and increase efficiency, make members of Parliament more independent, giving them free votes on details of bills, and ensure that ordinary MPs, not party enforcers, choose who sits on committees that oversee government departments.
Basically, Mr Cameron's saying the present system adds up to a bunch of people lounging around on sofas in here, dreaming up stuff and telling Parliament to get used to it, while what he says he wants is a big shift out of here and into here, where the idea is people actually do things, like check on the Prime Minister's plans, and if they don't like them, change them. Whether Mr Cameron would want that sort of annoyance if he were top dog is another question.
And not one he'll have to think too much about, probably, for another year. Right now, it's Gordon Brown's problem, and ministers are being careful not to sound too dismissive.
Proposals which strengthen the independence of the House of Commons against the executive, make it more autonomous, get MPs more involved in the legislative process, are good.
Of course, all three main parties are trying to tap in on voter rage on the back of the expenses scandal.
The ideas don't go far enough. They don't represent a real shake-up of the system that we need. It's more of a sort of nip and tuck of a few Westminster procedures.
But established politicians know they're under siege from outsiders with a profile.
I think what's happened has been initially a shock, initially frightening and worrying about the democratic health of the nation. But if it results in major surgery which cuts out the infection, it may make us all healthier.
On the back of all that's happened, nothing will be quite the same again in the corridors of power, though whether meaningful change will come about any time soon is deeply debatable.